So today we have the Traction Avant 11CV. It's from Ace Models, it's 1/72 scale, and it's in the form of Wehrmacht colours, which is quite interesting. On the side of the box you've got examples of different kits you can get in the series, and also you have a nice explanation of the history. So let's open up and see what we've got. As with any Ace kit, you just have a simple instruction pamphlet. Part count on the front clearly shown with the numbers, and it looks like you have 2 sprues. Opening up, it's just simply one page with roughly 4 steps. But this is Ace, and after all, you can see you really have a lot of complicated assembly underneath. So you've got the front with the shock absorbers, the bumper, which comes in 2 parts, as well as the back with the axle, the exhaust, and the back bumper, which also comes in 2 parts. Interior is pretty simple with just 3 sets of seats and the wheels. In step B, somehow you have to put the front grille and the 2 side halves and the top roof together, as well as the dashboard and steering wheel. And then they give you guides for what the windows would look like, so you have to make your own windows from styrene for the car. The final step just looks like you've got the headlamps, the license plates on the front, and also on the back, as well as the back lights that are optional. And that's simply it. Onto the decals, 4 sets, 1 French civilian version, 2 German, one of these is the engineering company, 112th Infantry Division. You also have the French Army version from May 1940, which is quite interesting. And then finally the Luftwaffe Air Corps Eastern Front, 1941. Produced in 1934, this car started life as a civilian saloon, but would become the unlikely workhorse of the Resistance and the FFI. A large number were used in the French military. By 1939, 250 were used at the outbreak of war. After the fall of France, the Germans used many of these vehicles across various theatres of the war. Robust, reliable and fast, it was utilised as a getaway car and used as a means to rendezvous with SOE operatives coming across the Channel. As occupation gave way to liberation, the FFI, with a lack of sufficient transport, turned to the numerical supply of these vehicles, and soon these cars turned up all over France with FFI inscribed proudly on their doors. The FFI would go on to use these vehicles to provide security in the form of police cars, and as rapid reaction to hunt down many Nazi collaborators trying to escape the Allies. As I mentioned before, you get 2 sets of sprues with this kit, and as you can see, it is an ideal. There's a lot of flash on each piece, a lot of pieces are also warped. Some of the detail is there. Other areas it has disappeared. The axles look a little bit bent and very rough, so I'm not sure. The wheels have decent enough detail. The dashboard doesn't look too bad. And the shaft for the steering wheel seems to be relatively intact also. Moving on, the steering wheel isn't warped, thankfully. The lights, unfortunately, are covered in flash, and also other parts as well, so a lot of cleaning up will have to be done when you work on this. Onto the second sprue. It doesn't fare any better, with again horrendous amounts of flash on the main parts of the car. The seats aren't too bad, with a decent amount of detail, but again, looking very rough. More flash. And then one of these side panels of the car, again, horrible flash on top, which obscures where the line for the windshield will go. Again, on the other side. The grille looks okay. Back couch also, and the side details don't look too bad, but again, a horrendous amount of flash. A lot of rough detail. So, not the prettiest of kits. Finally, onto the decals. Again, just very simplified. I like the French flag on the license plates, which look quite interesting. And you also have the Wehrmacht insignias, which you can just about see in the light. I especially like the French license plate. I think that's going to come in very useful later on. And that's it, that's the Traction Avant 11C. Not going to be an easy build, but a good challenge nonetheless. And I look forward to it. Well guys, thank you for watching. Plenty more to come on Project 44. Until then.